guys, Girl Kate. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about WrestleMania things that I don't really care for, but we're going to keep it positive in there. I'm going to throw some things I'm liking, I'm going to throw some things I'm liking, of course, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to watch it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy what I see as well. My big concern about WrestleMania 41 is that I think that there are some things that are just they're dropping the ball on. And the thing is that really is getting to me about what they're dropping the ball on is the mid-card women's titles. I mean, you introduce these new titles and you don't have them on the biggest show of the year. You don't have you don't have a storyline for one of those titles going on right now to build up towards the biggest event of the year. And I understand that the Mania card is not done yet, so there are going to be some matches that are added on there, but it's going to be just the matches added on there. It's not going to be a storyline, which that's what I'm wanting. You know, the Intercontinental Championship is not getting treated like it has no story. The U.S. Championship has a story as well, so why is it that none of the women's mid-card titles have a current storyline going on to which it's not just the same thing that has been happening with other titles, and it's just being for honor and just the fact I won a title? No, I really wanted to see some storylines. I really want to see things build up, and if they had not stretched themselves thin with the Michin storyline, I think that they could have battled it out on the main stage and Michin go home as a champion. I think that would be that could have been a possible result, and a great one at that. Sure, Zelina Vega is probably going to find a way to get herself a match with Chelsea, but it wouldn't be the same as Michin winning. I'm just saying, it just wouldn't be the same to me. Another big one to me is that where is The Rock? Where's The Rock? A big part of John Cena turning heel was The Rock, because at first we were thinking maybe Cody Rhodes is going to turn heel. Maybe Cody Rhodes is going to choose the dark side to get what to get all the dreams and desires that he has, but instead it's Cena. So why is it that we never hear anything from The Rock? Because at the end of the day, the one who's pulling the strings is The Rock. The one who's really going to benefit the most out of the arrangement that has been set is The Rock. But he has not said anything since Elimination Chamber. Now, I do believe he's probably going to say something before, or he'll have a spot in WrestleMania, but the build is important as well. You know, the build is important as well. I believe that there is a very high chance that Cena does win at WrestleMania, and then he realizes he's not the one who's running the show. The Rock is. So he's not going to be able to do what he wants to do and go home and never come back with that title. But instead, he has to actually be a champion. That possibly will turn John Cena back to being a face. Maybe. I don't know. That's my thoughts. Maybe I'm going too far and John Cena's just not going to win. But that video package of Cody Rhodes and his year of being the champion, really, it feels as if it might be the end, but you never know, especially with wrestling. And I will say that something that I enjoy about this is that a lot of the matches are not too predictable. Well, that's not true. I would say a lot of the endings it's not really predictable. This card isn't really predictable because they could go a lot of ways. With our championship matches, with the triple threat match for the women, you can go many ways, although to me, the only winner that really would just have so many things just laid out, you don't have to do too much work, would be Bianca Belair. That's the winner where we can actually have our first feud down. We can have so many things already down for her to be a champion for a long time. With Rhea, we've seen that. We've been there. We've done that. Io Sky, I do think that they could do something, but she was champion as well, and not much was done. So Bianca Belair to me is the only one, but it's still you don't know. You do not know, because Rhea and Bianca are butting heads, and Io Sky seems as if she's the one who's catching him off guard and basically being the wild card of that whole thing. And then for the men's triple threat, no, I'm going to do the championship match. But for Charlotte and Tiffany, I really think Charlotte's going to win. But at the same time, we don't know if they're going to just pull the rug from off of us and it be Tiffany. Now, if Tiffany wins, Naomi needs to be her victim. Wait, she needs to be Naomi's next mister. My bad. But I do think Charlotte's gonna win. Hopefully Naomi wins her match as well. Hopefully. I don't think that Cody Rhodes that match is predictable, because the obvious answer would be that Cody Rhodes wins because he's the good guy. He's the one who's been having these moments of power, these moments where you think that the match is going to end up in a way that where the opponent wins, and then Cody Rhodes gets a third win per se and ends up winning. So you just don't really know, in my opinion. I do think that what's best for business is that John Cena wins. He said it clearly. Now, of course, there's some matches where you're like, okay, he has to win. She has to win. And that is Jey Uso with Gunther. And that match to me it's going to be a good one. I'm pretty sure Jey Uso is going to pull something out of his bag of tricks that we haven't seen, or we haven't seen him do in a while, to the point where people forget that he's ever done it. Gunther, to me though, I really like Gunther, and I respect him a lot, because he talked about on a podcast that he didn't really think in his head of Jey Uso being his competitor for Mania, but then it made sense to him. And the thing is, he didn't play Jey Uso, although the competitors that he want that would have been the ones that he thought would want it was CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. So those are some big names. John Cena and Gunther, I'm like, I like Jey. Now, I like Jey, but if we swap the winners, it could still be a compelling storyline going on. I'm sorry. It could still be a compelling storyline. I just think if that was the case, Cody Rhodes may be still champion. So I'm glad things were how they are, because now Jey has a chance. But also, he talked about the main event spot and how wrestlers need to gain some perspective about what it is that they're doing, because they are doing a dream for it. They have a dream job. They're able to do certain things and experience certain things while doing the thing they love. So the fact that he just had so much grace about that was really cool. Although, again, it is very weird that none of the Royal Rumble winners are the main event. None of them. And I know and I understand big money matches, that triple threat match with Roman and Seth was Punk. But it's still like, my Royal Rumble winner was promised the main event. He was promised a main event. 100% promised a main event. And I know that not everybody can main event. Because if they saying that for the men and women, it's obvious. They're going to be like, okay, we're going to pick the men like they did last year. So it's pretty obvious, but at the same time, let's just cut that out. Cut that out. And this Mania it just has interesting opinions circling around, which has nothing to do with them. This right here is just something I gotta get off my chest. Please stop comparing Bianca Belair to Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan actually was the heel in her feud with Rhea Ripley. They both were, because they both did wrong. But Liv Morgan not only injured Rhea, took her out for a lot of the year, took her man, took her family, and kept cheating her every time they went against each other. Bianca was just great at what she does. Won an Elimination Chamber, followed the rules, and won in Pierce. Let's blame Pierce, but Adam Pierce is the one who wanted her to be the referee. She didn't want to be the referee. And in the refereeing, she's had it straight down the middle. Same thing would happen when she came out the first time to watch the match. Had it straight down the middle. Rhea just got upset. And Rhea just got to lose at Mania. I don't care who wins, but Rhea can't win. No. 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 She just can't win because that will actually reinforce that, hey, you can just do whatever you like, sweetheart. And because that's what has been working for her, and for that to continue on would just hinder her from growing as a character. And we can't have that. Something I'm really kind of battling with in my head is the fact that Carmelo Hayes does not have a Mania match yet. Yeah, we got this American-made bull with Rey Mysterio and Chad Gable. I know Chad Gable, so I'm just saying Chad Gable. I'm not saying that I don't want to see a Rey Mysterio match and a Rey Mysterio and Chad Gable match. It's just Carmelo Hayes, he's there. Very consistent match series of the year last year, but he's not on your Mania card. Same thing with Nia Jax. She's really been pulling her weight when it comes to SmackDown. Being a heel, even for both sides. She had to do double duty for Saturday Night Main Event. Yes, she's nowhere to be seen on the card. She's on the poster. Yes, she has no match. And honestly, for that gauntlet match, I don't know if it's gauntlet. I don't think it's a gauntlet match. But for that tag team first contenders match, for her and Candice not to be on that list, yet you have, and it's no shade. It's no shade to Natty and Maxine. It's just they have not been a tag. They have never had a tag match for real. So why, you know what I'm saying? Why not add in somebody that has been very consistent, a previous champion, into that mix that has already had issues with the tag team champions currently? It's very, to me, I don't know. There's probably some longer thing in play, but Nia and I having a match, we gotta fix that. We have to fix that because why do you not have a consistent person in there? Unless she's not feeling good, unless she's injured, I don't know. Cannot say. But you had everybody else who been doing their thing and actually keeping things going on that card. Why not put Nia? Why not put Nia? And tag team match, where tag team match goes, same kind of thing with how I'm feeling. But, you know, maybe they'll pull something out. Maybe they'll do something cool. I don't know. It's just, is WrestleMania 43 just gonna be fire? Like 42 gonna have some heat? Like, is 42 the year where build everything, matches, everything gonna be fire? So why they're holding out on us? Because I feel as though they kind of are, but at the same time, there's going to be something huge that occurs at WrestleMania. That's just an obvious one. Something huge is going to occur, and I'm just hoping, that I'm just not coping. I'm hoping I'm not coping about the whole thing. I just believe that there is something happening, but a lot of the things, it's not. I just know that I should not feel uninterested in what they have with Tiffany and Charlotte. It's not that I don't feel interested. It's just that the build going on is it's not pulling me in as it should. It's not pulling me in, and currently the best build for the women is Naomi and Jade. Yet, dare I say, they haven't been given that face-to-face time either, which they deserve to have, because it's really what's pulling some people in, and it's the first non-title match in a very long time for Mania. So I just need to be some more effort in that one. And I understand it's kind of like complaining. I like the product. I'm going to sit down and watch this product. I just think that a well-rounded show, you know, Give me a little more, you know, because I am appreciating the fact that, you know, Roman is constantly on the show. He's constantly kind of on the show when it comes to WrestleMania season. But, you know, I appreciate that. Don't really appreciate the fact that we had to go 2 weeks with Cody Rhodes basically talking to himself. But the promo with John Cena and Cody Rhodes, pretty great, amazing. And then the fact that John Cena is going to be there on SmackDown next week, pretty great as well. The whole triple threat thing to me, because Roman Reigns and CM Punk, Seth Rollins, there is a third wheel. There's a third wheel, but it's very interesting. It's very interesting, and you know it's going to be a great match. So I'm not totally complaining. It's just there are some things that could be done. What I think that could ruin it is if all the champions stay the same. I just think that when it comes to this, last year when it came to wrestling, it was just very interesting. It was very interesting. Simply as put as that. I think that not that you have to have new champions every year, but just for the singles championships, of course. Just for singles championships, I do want a clean slate. I do want new champions because then you have a new story going on further, or just a continuation of the story that has already been told. And it just brings that unpredictability that WrestleMania has, because let's get a stack. Let's get it a stack. Some of those matches, you knew Cody Rhodes wasn't going to lose. You knew he was going to lose. You know, he had to still be champion just for the fact of it all. If Solo Sikoa beat Cody Rhodes for the title, that would have been crazy. Unpredictable, yes, but not the good unpredictable. So this right here, I do want a clean slate. I want Jey Uso to be champion. I want Bianca to be champion. I want Charlotte to become champion. And I want John Cena to become champion. Like, those are the ones that I want to see become champion. I want to see Dominic Mysterio become champion because I know that that is going to cause a big shift in the Judgment Day. Sure, Finn can win it, and Finn kind of needs it, but Dominic winning would be so drastic of a it'd be so unpredictable because every week he basically fights for the crowd to finally stop playing around with the gimmick and acknowledge him as a performer. So I really would enjoy seeing people do the same thing at Mania. And he's been working his tail off for it, so which I get it Triple H. He ain't with that. He ain't with the Fatal 4-Way because I'm really looking forward to that match. I'm looking forward to what I'm going to see. I hope Ron Burger just don't win. We back to square one. I just hope Ron Burger does not win because I do have some opinions on Ron Burger. I do. But let me know how you guys are feeling about what's currently going on with the card for Mania. Next week, of course, I'm going to have who I think will win. It's just they haven't gave us everything. They haven't gave us everything, and I just think that if there is a match that comes out, and I really want to talk about that match, I'm gonna be sorry. That's what I'm feeling because I'm thinking about pushing it until the last minute, but who knows. But thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.